Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pichonnière Valley. So I've decided I always tend to stack bales up end on end, so I am trying to stack these slightly differently, and I'm going to emphasize on the word trying, because it is so much harder doing it like this than it is stacking end on end, because I cannot get these straight in the slightest. I've put a few on the trailer already, which I'm glad I've done them off camera, because it has just been abysmal. Right, let's just try and get this. I do think it's one of them, I'm just trying something slightly differently, but after how long this has taken, I am going to call it quits at that. You know, trying to do it this way, I'll do it my way, which is a lot easier, especially where I find it a lot easier, especially 125 bales. I have, in the interim, I have just swapped out our cultivator that we had. So I have got a slightly smaller... don't do this, please. I have got a slightly smaller cultivator. It is a slightly cheaper cultivator. And it requires a bit less horsepower, because I would like to try and keep this let's play, you know, a bit of a challenge, and two, more with this sort of older theme to it all. So if I just put these on, I can show you which one I've gone for. Ooh, that's not what we want to see. And I've probably made this really hard for myself to get another bale on that corner. Where shall we? Let's go get one of these bales. Go get that one there. But we should be able to get all these down in one go. And I would also like to put some hay in our cow barn, because I don't believe I've done that. I think I've given some for the calves, but for the main cows I don't think I've done them. Which also leads me on, we can muck out our sheds in this game, which you could do on the Old Stream Farm, which obviously is one of Black Sheep Modding's maps, but you could scrape it on the floor. On this one, however, you have to take your bucket into where the trigger is and press R, so you're filling your bucket up instead. But it gives you something to do, doesn't it? You know, so you can simulate mucking out, just press R and drive about and see if it fills up. So I'll have to see if this forks, because it's not a shear grab, is it? It's definitely a muck fork. So yeah, we'll have to give that a go in due course. Right, I will, because this is, like I say, very, very painful, or at least for me this has been painful to do. I'll just get these last few bales on, we will go up to the top, and then we'll have to obviously unload some to get them into the trigger. Or, what can we get on there? Two more. I'll take two up with forks, and then with the grab, and then I can leave those two. Those two can go straight into the barn, and then it will give them an 80% benefit. So these two, I'm hoping it'll take them just off like this, but we will soon see. It definitely, well, brilliant. I was just about to say, it definitely did with the calf barn. So food, wow, we can get 150,000 litres of food into here. And manure, there's already 1,200 litres. So where do we... Is it here? Just need to try and find... Or could it be that one? Let's just have a quick look. Okay, so there's nothing around there. That's obviously the milking parlour, so let's close that door. I can't see us doing anything in here. Oh, hold on. There's manure there. So is it just pull into the shed anywhere? I don't know. Certainly something to go look and have a find out, but we'll have to go and buy ourselves a bucket. So that would be quite a nice way to do it. But right, now we can take this, throw all the straps on. So we've got 63,000 litres of hay here. We'll take this up and we'll go put it into one of the bale and pallet storages, and then that's a good supply of food. So that should definitely, or at least hopefully, get us through the winter. Well, it should definitely get us through the winter, because we have our silage here, which I just forgot about then. which that is 88% fermented. And how much is there? 94. So we've got well over 150,000 litres of food, which if we can't get by a winter with that, with the amount of cows that we've got, that is a very bad do. So let's put those to there, and they've now appeared. So what we need to go do before we can move on now is, obviously our field, it was ploughed, so it doesn't need to be weeded, but it does need rolling. So we'll drop that off, and I have installed some new rollers. So if we go to here, and this is the one I'm wanting to go for because it's 4 meters. So we'll lease that, £229, so that's not a lot of money. We'll go pick that up. Yeah, we'll go pick that up from the dealership. I must also, I think, say and apologise for my thumbnails at the minute. I am looking into it all, but I edit all my videos on CapCut, which you can then do a cover photo, sorry, which is what I've been using for my thumbnails. But just recently, for some reason, I can now no longer do that, which it's infuriating because I've paid, what is it now? Well, I think it's just shy of 300 quid you pay for the year, you know, to be able to use the thing, and I can't use it. So I have had a look at, as one viewer said, I think it was, I can't remember with the name without looking back through it. So I am having a look at whether it may be a time to change and go into Premiere Pro and use that. Only problem with doing that is I have had a look and it just looks, it's blown my mind trying to work it all, because I'm not the most, I'm not the greatest with stuff like that. But then the other problem is I've had a look online to see where I can make thumbnails, and the only thing that keeps popping up all the time is Photoshop, which again, what is it now? It's £20 odd a month. Just gets very, very expensive. And I think I'm 500 hours off being able to offer memberships to anyone who wishes to have one, but it still means that I think I've got 2-3 months to get 1,500 hours before I can monetize and actually be able to get some money back to pay for everything. But anyways, the struggles of starting a YouTube channel, but we'll get there eventually, especially for all your good selves who do watch and support this channel. It's very much appreciated. But right, as we come up to our field here, we will look to get this rolled. Like I say, we're not using GPS at the moment in this series, so it does make it a bit more of a challenge, but we'll get this rolled, and then I'm hoping over time, can't really see a difference there, I'm hoping over time we will be able to slowly get this field fertilised with using manure or slurry. Well, just the tiniest little slither, and then this is all done. And it just had a thought. Would it be worth, because I don't know how much manure and slurry we're going to get to do these fields here, but if I have a look at the grass rollers, are there any of these rollers that I've got in that I can use to roll the grass? So if we go, first off, let's start down here. Okay, so we've only got that one, which is a no-go at the minute. But if we go to rollers, I'm sure That one looks like a no. But 40-foot land roller. But that lets us go from field roller to grass roller. So if we were to buy one, that would be the one to go for. What would that be to lease? Oh, £1,200. So hindsight, we probably should have gone for that, and then we could have rolled these fields. But anyways, let's go on to here, and we can return these rollers. So return them because we don't have any more to do. And that should mean now that if we go to growth stage, that's first growth stage, we've rolled the majority, which is good. And fertilizer, these two have one layer of fertilizer on them. So let's have a look here. The calf barn has 230 litres of manure and no slurry. And our other barn, which has 15 animals in, we have 1,200 manure, 1,500 slurry, which if I have a look on here, where that one? We have these in here. So we've got this John Deere one, 8 metre working width. It does lime as well, interestingly. So we've got that to spread some manure on the ground. We could also go for this one, which manure spreader 5. Are there covers on there? What's that? Manure spreader with a superstructure. So that gets us, so what would that be? 7,000 litres, 10 metre, 4 mile an hour, 10 metre working width. Now, I think that John Deere is the best bet for us. But let's pull up to the ad, and I think now we can look to rest because there isn't much more that we can really do, I want to said. Bar get that spreader at some point and try get some manure down. They'll be focusing the manure and the slurry on our field down there just to get one layer of fertiliser put on it. So we've got a choice to make. We have moved on into next month, so we could buy this, which is 3,250, but to be able to fill it, we need to go for front loader tools. And where is, oh, that's not for us, is it? Would have to go for that one, which is, oh, actually, just before fork with grab manure, so we've got that, so we wouldn't need to do that. So let's go do that. Let's go that. There's nothing really we can add on to that. Let's buy that, and we can go nip to the store and pick it up. I could really do with our chickens starting to make us some money, because well, make us some eggs, I should say, but they're still, I think they'll still be too young. But if we have a look here, have we got any milk? Okay, 1,900 litres of milk, which I don't think our slurry tanker, no, it doesn't do milk, so we would have to, if we go to, where am I looking? Barrels, that's only water. Isn't that the one we own? Oh, probably, maybe it's not then. We may have to go for that one so that we can then do milk. Looks very similar to what we already have got, which is 3,200 litres. So I reckon we wait a day or two, and then we can use that. Right, let's go. We'll start at the calf barn because there isn't much there. I don't think we'll get it all in one fork. We'll get that put in. And then we'll have a look at the main barn to see whether we can pick it up with that fork. If not, we'll have to spend more money. So, interesting. Do I have to do the same at the calf barn to get the manure out? Right, considering we're here, let's go give this a go now. and see if we can get this to work, because it would be rather annoying if I've just bought that and I'm struggling to get what I need out. So let's spin around this corner, which it does not have a very good turning circle. So if we go like that and press R. Oh, there we go. So just put that onto the floor like so. That's filled up. That's going to make life very easy. It's a very nice way to do it. Let's now quickly go get this. We'll spin round and we'll get that manure out. And then, like I say, we'll go put it onto our barley field. Well, the hardship of not using GPS and trying to put slurry down whilst also in the fog means that we have a terrible picture of how it's all gone down. But we now are completely out. So we're out of manure, out of slurry. Chickens don't give us anything. They're not old enough for eggs. And the calves, we've taken all that, which reminds me, they 5,000 litres a day for 15 cows. Right, we're going to have to go and put some more bales of hay in with our big cows. I was hoping to have some left over to sell, but it may not look like it could be the case. So I'm guessing if we go to here, what do we want? Should we just get 4 out? And typical, I've left the trailer in the way, which that's all right. We'll get 2 out first. Just get these 2 like that. We'll go take these over. So what's it? 9,000 litres. Does that say 9,000 litres in 2 bales or in 1? I'm going to guess that's reading that top bale because the top of the grab is in it, maybe. Alright, let's put them there, see if that takes it. 1, 2, done. Now we'll get these next 2. And we'll get these 2 in. And I think it's that typical thing, isn't it? At the start of a Let's Play, you know, because you don't have as much to do, you do find yourself jobbing up fairly quickly. So I don't know whether it would probably be worth. What have we got now? 2,733. Oh, we can't even afford that. How are we going to be able to afford to be able to buy that so we can sell? Bale wrapping, can't do that. Can't do fertilising. I could do the deadwood one though. Mowing, I'd have to lease a mower. Grass tedding. Just trying to think, would it be worth? How much is a tedder? So we have 2.7, 2.7 and 3. That's the one we used last time. So if we were to buy this, maybe... That's literally just stickers. If we were to buy this, we could go do 2 tedding contracts and then go do the deadwood contract. And then we've added a tedder to our repertoire. Whilst also being able to get that tanker so then we can sell the milk. Right, let's go on to here. Tedding. Let's accept the contract. And let's accept this one down here. Accept. Now, where do I need to? Well, we'll take this back up to the top and get this packed up. And luckily, we've got that glitch. So we've already done apparently 45 and 44% of the contract. So I'll just leave this in here. Let's go. Oh, that takes a bit of time to drop off. And if we look onto here, field 4 looks terrible, doesn't it? Where it was, so 53. So if we go to the store, pick the tedder up, and if we follow the track all the way around, it should bring us there. So I know this is 0.3 meters smaller than that tow behind one, but at least with this one we can just lift it up and go, which is what I do quite like about it. And by the looks of it, we're doing the tractor's width, which should be very handy. Well, they haven't been too bad of contracts to do. I am just going to make sure that I have done the best job possible. I know I've missed a little bit down this bottom because I would quite like to eventually come back and do these other jobs. What a beautiful map. What an absolute beautiful map. This is the first time I've come down to this end of the map and got to see what it truly is. That's a little bit there I think that we've missed. So we'll get that. Get this little bit here, and then I want to get this little bit, and then that's everything done. So let's now go contracts complete. So that's 520 and 932, so that's almost paid for the tedder, which is now meaning that we're in a better stead. And if we go on to here, and what's where was it? Deadwood, right at the top of the map. Let's accept the contract, and I should be able to, or should have, chainsaws. We've got some old chainsaws in here. So what is the difference by the size? I can't look at these. Which one do we go for? Do we just go big, £600, or is that just a waste of money? And let's go £500 in the middle. I want to go for that yellow one. £500 in the middle. So if we have a look here, it royally is. So we need to go Oh, we're going to go through the town. That's cool. Hit the road, go left, and just keep going all the way up. We know if we pass the football field, we've done all right. And what I may do... Oh, didn't see that there. Oopsie. What I may do, shall we time-lapse this again so you can see this part of the map? May just do that and then find these trees and cut them down. I would, if there were better trees, I would have gone and got the John Deere and loaded them up onto a trailer to go sell, but I think Deadwood, it's not really worth it. When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. 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 So I believe this should be the last tree. Look at them, they've got 2,000 odd litres of wood in them. So I don't know whether it probably would have been a wise idea to gather these up. But anyways, we have done it now. So where is our tractor? Let's jump into here and then we can look to collect on that contract. So jump into here, contracts, £1,200. Let's collect that. And that should now put us in a state of where we can go and buy. Let's go barrels. Was it this one we wanted? So let's now go buy this barrel. That's definitely can do milk, can't it? Yeah. Definitely can do milk. Wheels. Let's put that on. Should we take the fenders off so we know it's a different tank? Oh, I'm not going wide ties. It adds an extra 150 quid onto it. So let's buy that. Let's get back to the yard, drop this off, and we'll gather that barrel up. I've also been very impressed with this tedder. You know, it's 2.7 metres, but I seem to think it does slightly bigger than that. So for what we need at this stage, I think that's brilliant. So we'll drop that off there. Let's go get our barrel. And if we just have a quick look on here and find milk. So we have nearly 2,000 litres and it is worth, so we should get maybe it's £4,000. I'm glad that we're actually starting to buy equipment now. So these trips to the store should hopefully be a little less. But milk, as and when we get it and we need money, that's when we're going to just be going to sell it. This is the exact same as our slurry tank, nigh on. I should have looked to see whether I could have changed colours or anything just to make it so we could see what it was. What's this one now for? Is that for slurry? I don't want to be going for that. That certainly isn't. But I don't understand how we've got a slurry at the bottom and a slurry here. Right, let's go. Cow's milk. If we go into here, this is where we want to go. So let's tag that. And where are you based? Oh, brilliant. Up near the dealership. Everything. That's the one thing about this. It's the one thing I would say about this map. Everything is just a long way away. But as the crow flies, it's not far at all. But as you try to drive, it's just a long ways round. Right, we'll go sell this bit of milk, and then I think that will call it a do for this episode. I don't know whether that's a product of the map, but that car has been behind me for a fair while now and it hasn't overtaken until that bit there. So I don't know whether that's by design, and if it is, that's pretty cool, you know, that they know to do that. Right, we'll go the weighbridge first. So I'll weigh just over 10.5 tonnes in weight, which is not a lot at all. And then what are we doing? Going this way. And do a hard right round here. There was also, when driving around, I don't know whether you noticed it, there was a sheep and cow pasture in the bottom right corner of the map, and the sheep seemed to be where had a pond of water with them, which I thought was very, very nice. But right, we are down to our last £361 until wow, we sell that milk and we're £10,760. That was amazing. I didn't think we were going to get that much. We only had 2,000 litres? I don't understand how that's worked. 2,000 litres, yeah, we should have got, maybe it's £5,000, not 10. Certainly not complaining. But anyways, I think there's not much more to really say. And then thank you very much for watching. I hope you all liked and enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.